Hey guys, Dwayne Hickey here with In the Spread Fishing. It's the middle of May, post-spawn muskies on the skinny waters of the Collins River. We're several miles up from Great Falls Lake. Like I said, it's post-spawn. The tendencies would usually be spinnerbaits, bucktails, but we're going to try a little bit of shallow cranking also. We're going to be looking at fishing a lot of weed beds. Anytime you have weed beds and wood connected with those weeds, you want to make extra casts on these fish. They're in here, they should be hungry, might even have a little action today. Well, I'm going to try to show you guys, and it'll apply to a lot of rivers throughout the south that's got muskies, especially these small, more clear rivers. We're going to burn our baits back. Fishing muskies, you know, the old saying is the faster you burn a bait, the more hits you'll get, but the less follows. This kind of makes the muskie have to make his mind up quickly to get after that bait or not. And it can be quite exciting. Might even throw a little top water this morning if I find the right opportunity. But I'm gonna get started here and try to help you guys understand a little bit about the river systems, especially the Collins River here. It's got really good numbers of fish. I think I'll start off with a SS shad, not a SS shad, but a AC shiner. Well, you want that lure coming up there shallow. These fish are in, the river's probably, the deepest hole this time of year is probably about 10 to 12 feet. The fish will relate in and out of those deep holes, moving in and out to feed. Anytime you have deep water and it starts shelving up, you're going to find fish that move up on those shelves, up on the flats, the more shallower banks, to feed. Not that they're not in the deep holes, they are, but they move in and out of those deep holes. I'll start off with this AC shiner, but I'm sure I'll be going to a smaller type bucktail. I tend not to use the number 10 blades this time of year, but as the weather gets warmer and warmer, the water warms up more and more, we probably got mid 60s on the water temperature, mid to upper 60s. So the fish are definitely moving. They don't care to move fast. You'd be surprised at how fast the burst speed of a muskie is, upwards to 30 miles an hour. And also on these rivers in the summer, you don't necessarily have to concentrate all your efforts on casting to the bank. Sure, that's great. And you want to cast all the wood because muskies really love to relate to wood. But I catch a lot of fish right out in the middle because you're fishing over 4 to 10 foot of water. I tend to find that muskies in shallow water are more susceptible to hit. I think they get in these shallow water weed beds and they're looking for their food. It's a beautiful morning.
This type of stuff right here.
Yes.
This stuff coming up here. What is it that, do you like the way this wood is approaching the water? Is it
Depending on the depth of the water, if it's basically if it's deep enough and there's a treetop like that on it, you want to fish the hell out of it. And like this area, there's weed beds all down through here, halfway out. Those muskies relate to those weed beds.
Is that where they're finding most of their food, in the weed beds?
That's where, yeah, a lot of the food are is in the weed beds, and they pull up, nose up river, and they blend right in with that flat grass and that coontail. I mean, virtually you can't tell. bait fish are susceptible to just swim right over them if they're sitting still.
So what are they typically eating in here?
They eat hog suckers, river shiners, sun perch, a few black perch, creek minnows. All of those are in here, the whole thing. So they've got 4 5-inch stuff to eat, and they've got 12 14-inch stuff to eat with suckers. And they love those suckers. But I found out that they also love to eat small. Small is in 4 to 5 inches. 4 to 5-inch stuff.
Because it's easier?
It's abundant in here, it's easier. You know, these schools of smaller bait, they're everywhere. So there's no reason for a muskie to like go hunting a black perch or a bass. But these black perch, they're excellent hiders. They pull up inside of the weed beds during the day. They can get in there and just sit. I think a lot of your black perch eat at night too. And you know, they're no dummies. They know the muskies are in here, so they hide. But then your soft rayed bait fish, they school up. They don't hide. So the muskie basically, when he starts getting the urge to eat, all he has to do is pull up beside one of these weed beds and wait. Because the fish will come by him. The fish will be there. He don't have to go far to get his bait. Now they'll move throughout the day. They may be on a tree next to the bank a while, and then suddenly they're out in the middle of the river. I'm sure they tend to know where their food source is coming from. So.